So here's the deal with my allergy test. So I'm leaving LadyBoss HQ right now to go get the results from my food allergy test. I took it probably 3 weeks ago now. I went in to my doctor, was talking to her. She suggested that I take a food allergy test. Just because I know that there's a lot of things that bother my body. I know that I'm sensitive to dairy, I know that I'm sensitive to gluten, and so I thought it would be cool to figure out the other things that maybe are causing issues in my body, because you know, food allergy doesn't always mean that you're gonna break out in a million things or that it's gonna be super like prominent, you're gonna be able to tell, but you know, it can make you really lethargic, it can make you tired all the time, it can change your mood, and so I just thought it was an important thing for me to get done. So then probably about 2 weeks ago, I went in and had all of my blood tests done for the food allergy test. So I literally had to sit there and they took like 8 vials of blood from me. And I mean, I don't have a problem with needles or anything like that, but man, it just felt like forever, like one vial after the next, after the next, after the next. You know, they were taking blood out of me, so I was like, oh my gosh, like, is this over yet? And now finally my results are back. So now I get to go into my doctor and she's gonna go over my results with me about what came back on the test, which I'm super excited about because I've always wanted to know, I've always wanted to get this done, but I've just never done it, and finally I have. So I'm like super excited to see and to hear what she has to say about you know, the foods that I should stay away from and which ones I have allergies to and sensitivities to, and I think this could just help shed a light on maybe the things that are missing for me health-wise, like what I don't know about myself, what I don't know about my body. So I'm just really excited for the results and to hear what she has to say, and to make a game plan after that of, you know, who knows, I might not be allergic to anything, who knows, I might be allergic to everything. A couple of things that I'm hoping it's not. I hope I'm not allergic to coffee. I hope I'm not allergic to seafood. I hope I'm not allergic to mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I hope I'm not allergic to any vegetables. I hope I'm not allergic to caffeine. Just kidding. I'm only like 5 minutes away. And she's a homeopathic doctor, so it's really cool because, you know, I'm not someone that believes in, like, I mean, I believe there's a time and place for like modern day medicine, but I think that our bodies and plants and things that God has given us on this amazing earth, I think that there's a lot of remedies that can be made out of those things, and that we can use naturally to help ourselves before we go straight to using these like super dangerous prescription drugs. You know, it's like nowadays we don't even try anything else before we just vouch to take these prescriptions with these side effects that are insane, you know. And I just think that homeopathy is a good way to check for other types of solutions besides just going straight for the prescription heavily dosed and heavily prescribed, and you know, and that have super heavy side effects as well, you know. So I've only had, you know, 2 visits with her, but I'm really liking where it's going because she really understands how I feel about, you know, the body and it being able to heal itself, and we're just kind of on the same page about those things, so it makes it really cool to find someone that is solution-based around those things and around, you know, plants and nature and natural solutions. So I just got all my papers of all of my blood tests, and even though I drink a gallon of water a day, it basically says that I am dehydrated. So here's my list of all the things I am allergic to. Mushrooms. But I love mushrooms. Here's a list of I'm not allergic to. Which is good. Pizza and donuts are not on the list. But see the yeast? This makes a lot of sense for me. Sunflower. What? White potatoes. Rice. That's why I feel so lethargic when I eat rice. It makes so much sense. Oh my gosh. So here's the deal with my allergy test, okay? I had, you know, all the blood work done, and then went in and saw a doctor, and I got my official list back of the things that I am allergic to and not allergic to. So here's the things on my list. Kidney beans, navy beans, yellow wax bean, currant, ginger, mushroom, oyster, pepper, pineapple, white potatoes, rice, sunflower, thyme, tomato, I hate tomatoes, vanilla, baker's yeast, and brewer's yeast. And so that's a pretty good list. I have 17 things on my list. All the blues are all the things that I passed for. Yay, I passed. But the cool thing about this is all of my reactive test results, like all the things that I reacted to, I'm only a 1, which is really cool. And the reason why you don't see like milk on here and different types of milk and stuff is because I cut out dairy and everything a long time ago. So my body no longer reacts in a bad way to those things because they're non-existent in my diet. But what's cool about this is they're all 1s. So that means because they're all 1s and I don't have like 3s and 4s, it's on like a scale of 1 to 4, 4 being like you're allergic, like severely allergic to it, to 1 being like on the low end, it's causing inflammation in your body. So for me, she told me that I could still have these things, but I have to like rotate them like every 4th day. So I can't have like pepper and mushrooms and rice like all on the same, like every day, right? But I can have mushrooms and stuff every 4th day. I can have pepper every 4th day because for me, there's a lot of rheumatoid arthritis in my family. And so it's very important for me to try to keep my body like the least inflamed as possible, right? So even little things like peppers and mushrooms and stuff is gonna make me feel better. It's gonna make my body feel better. And it's cool knowing these things. It's cool getting to see like what your body reacts to and really learn about your body. I think it's really important because it's like this constant like trying to figure it out, right? Like trying to figure out, you know, what can make you feel better, what can help you have more energy, what can make you less lethargic, what can make you recover better, right? So the more that you learn about yourself, the more you learn about your body, the more you can do those things. And then there's this really cool part of this, Immuno, that's the test that I took, Immuno. And it actually turns out that like really good friends of ours, the people that own this company are good friends of theirs. So it's really interesting. They came to visit for like 3 days from Daytona Beach, Florida. And they saw this sitting on my counter and they're like, oh, you took this test? And I was like, yeah, I literally like just got it back yesterday. And they're like really good friends of ours. They come over for dinner and like all this stuff. I'm like, dang, that's really awesome. So they give you this card. Luckily, I don't need the second half of my card, but Brandon did because he had like 40. And so I get this cool little card that goes in your wallet. So when you have like a longer list of things, and it helps you like have it in your wallet, so when you're grocery shopping or whatever, you can look up for these things on the ingredients list and say, oh, that has sunflower oil in it, it's gonna make me feel this type of way. But I believe that, I believe in a mix of things. I believe that, you know, there's no possible way, like with Brandon, he has a list of like 40 things, right? I mean, and if the quality of life is gonna go down by you eating like the 1s and 2s on your list, you know, then don't do it, right? But if you have like peanut as a 1, but you really love peanut butter, then I think eat the peanut butter. But if it makes you feel like crap, don't eat it, right? So just constantly listening to your body and seeing how it feels. And so what I'm probably gonna do is like cut each of these things out for like 10 days and then put the pepper back in and see how it makes me feel. Because if I eat pretty much almost the same thing every day, I'm a creature of habit. I like having, you know, the setup and knowing like what I'm gonna eat. And it's easy for me because I've made it so many times and I just make it in different ways. But so I'll probably like cut out mushrooms for 10 days and then on the 11th day I'll put mushrooms back in and see if I feel any different on the 11th day as I did on the 10th day. And if I do, then I won't eat mushrooms anymore because I know that my body is like, makes it feel like crap, right? I did this with gluten a while back. I cut out gluten for like 10 days. And then on the 11th day, I ate a big bowl of oatmeal. And if you guys know like the stuff that like boils to the top of your oatmeal when you cook it in the microwave or whatever, like all those little bubbles and stuff, like that's the gluten in there. And so I had a bowl of oatmeal and I immediately like projectile vomited it everywhere. And from that moment on, I knew like, okay, my body does not like this. This is what's making me feel like crap. This is what's making me lethargic. This is what's making me low energy. So I cut it out and I felt awesome ever since doing that. And everyone's body is different. So it's important to find out about your body. So I would highly suggest you doing this test. It is a little expensive, but I believe it's totally worth it, because the more you can learn about your body, the more you can continue to get better every single day. And that's what living a healthy lifestyle is all about.